A 2-yard touchdown run. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl.
Two good drives on their first two possessions. Remember, the first wound up in a field goal, but we all know field goals aren't going to cut it in the NFL, so they're not going to be denied here, and they wind up punching this one into the end zone.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So that about as lengthy a drive as you're ever going to see. And it was finished off by Deontay Foreman on the touchdown run. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
From the 31, here's second down and 8. Another tote for Etienne. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 64 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Here's a give to Bigsby. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Well, it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went ahead and went heavy. No surprise, I knew he was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And with just 9 seconds left in overtime, we get whistles and a timeout from just outside of field goal range. 3 points, all that's needed. Here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Etienne. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. Etienne up the middle. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. So the OT clock hits 0, and we're still not done. We'll switch sides and need at least one more OT to decide it after this. From the 23, this is 2nd and 3. Here's a give to Etienne. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
A handoff for Etienne. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. Now, do you try for more yardage or get to the spot that your kicker wants? Here's second down. Now Etienne. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And with just 9 seconds left in overtime, we get whistles and a timeout. They'll run with Etienne, and they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Now a timeout called for by the offense. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. On second down, a run with Etienne. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. So the OT clock hits 0, and we're still not done. We'll switch sides and need at least one more OT to decide it after this. This now a little surprising. The offense still out on 3rd and goal here. Bigsby. And he's into the end zone. Move over, James White. You've got a new rival for best finish to a Super Bowl ever. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
And the Jaguars have done it. Jacksonville, the Super Bowl champions. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. The accomplishment, forever.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.